So today I'm hanging out with Nicki, one of our reporters here at Page 6, and let me tell you, we have got to get into the Bianca Censori, Kanye stories that have been surfacing all over Page 6 with their new love for Cheesecake Factory.
Yes, they have been making the Cheesecake Factory their runway the last week. Within the last, I want to say, 4 or 5 days, they've been there 2 times. In fact, on Wednesday, they got there so early that it was not even open by the time they got there, so they had to wait outside in their obviously scantily clad outfits. Once again, until employees were able to let them in, where who knows what they dined on, but they are apparently very big Cheesecake Factory fans. So.
I'm actually curious to know if Cheesecake Factory is going to take the opportunity to name a cake after one of them.
I mean, they have to. They have to capitalize on this moment. I feel like we've never really seen celebrities going into the Cheesecake Factory on a regular basis, so this is really their time to shine, especially, you know, they could do a play on the neon green leggings she was wearing, some key lime type of dessert or something, but they're giving us a lot to talk about for sure.
Which, of course, let's get back to her outfits, the scantily clad, as we call it. Didn't her dad speak out about him wanting to have a talk with Kanye about how she's been dressing so poorly?
Yeah, so her dad reportedly called her outfits trashy, for a lack of a better term, and wanted to sit down with Kanye and ask him why he was dressing his daughter in these outfits. He specifically wanted to point out the fact that Kanye also has 2 daughters, and he wanted to ask him, allegedly, what he would do if someone that was supposedly in love with one of his daughters started dressing them so provocatively. Obviously, we don't know if that conversation ever occurred, but after these reports surfaced, Bianca did step out in some slightly more conservative outfits. Instead of completely sheer long sleeves, they were a little more padded, and she wore full leggings rather than, you know, just little mini skirts or just underwear. But soon enough, or a couple weeks later, she was back to her micro minis and see-through tops, so we'll see what happens there. I know her mother also did come over to the States. She's from Australia. Who knows if their mother had the talk with her or if any of that is even what's going on behind closed doors, but yeah, from what we can tell online in the reports, her family is not too thrilled with Kanye's way of dressing their daughter.
You know, I'm curious to know, though, with Cheesecake Factory, isn't there usually a dress code?
There is.
How are they letting them in looking like that?
Yeah, it makes us all kind of wonder what the other patrons are thinking when the 2 of them walk in. It's definitely supposed to be a family-friendly eatery, so the sights they're having there, it's definitely dinner and a show type of vibes. So I don't know if the Cheesecake Factory has anything good or bad to say about it. We kind of discussed how maybe they'll try to capitalize on it, but on the other point, maybe they want to just kind of push it away. They don't want people to start associating these 2 with their brand.
That is true. Well, make sure you stick with page6.com because we're definitely going to keep you up to date on what these 2 are up to, and maybe if the Cheesecake Factory decides to get in on this, because if I were them, I would.